$100 MBA Show, and today is a Q&A Weekends episode where we answer your question right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask us, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can send me a tweet on Twitter. My handle is BizRepublic, B-I-Z Republic. As always, I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zinholm. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today's question comes from Peter. And Peter asked, should I partner with an existing manufacturer or try to go and find my own manufacturer? Peter's creating a physical product that needs creation, that needs manufacturing. I should preface this that this is Peter's first product. It's the first product he's created. And he's looking for a way to manufacture this product in an efficient way that's reliable as well as cost effective. Now, I've had my own manufacturing experience, and I'll share that in today's episode, and I'm going to give Peter specific advice for his situation. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by HostGator. HostGator is our web hosting company of choice. We use it for the $100 MBA, Webinar Ninja, and we love them because they got 24/7 live support via chat, phone, or email. So you can get somebody to help you out with your website at any time. They also help you with domain services, SSL certificates, marketing services, pretty much anything you need for your website. And they do it all without breaking the bank, and you can save even more, 25% off web hosting when you use promo code OMARHookup. Just go to HostGator.com and use promo code OMARHookup. So Peter is manufacturing a whole new product. It's his first product, and the price point of this product is approximately $50. And he's asking, is it better to partner with a current manufacturer of a similar product, or try to find his own manufacturer and sell it directly to the consumer? He doesn't anticipate developing or expanding the product line, at least not at this point. And he's looking for advice when it comes to manufacturing his product. This is a really good question, Peter, very original question, and I can help you out. One of the larger businesses I've had in the past is my own clothing line. It was called Zinholm Designs. And we used to manufacture clothing, and I had it outsourced at a different manufacturer. And I also had my own manufacturer. I tried both options. And there are benefits and there are drawbacks to both of them. But what you need to know is what you should do right now in your current situation. Firstly, what I want to say right off the bat, if you're just getting started, you want to create this product so you could start selling it and seeing the demand for it in real life. You don't actually need to wait until you create the product. You could start taking pre-orders. You can have a prototype created to see the demand, to see if people actually want what you're creating. Now, if you've already done this, good for you. But if you haven't, really consider this because you want to make sure that you're creating exactly what your customers need. You don't want to waste too much money in creating a product that people don't want or are not willing to pay for. If you're looking for examples about this, check out Kickstarter.com. There's a lot of crowdfunding campaigns when it comes to creating products, manufacturing products, new products, physical products, whether they're electronics or clothing. These examples can really help you out. All right, so you want to create this product. If you're just getting started, you need to get a small quantity to sell. Now, when it comes to manufacturing, small quantity means in the hundreds, not in the thousands. So in this stage, you can definitely just go with the current manufacturer that creates a similar product. Get them to create your product. Now, you're probably going to have to negotiate the price, and the price is probably going to be a little bit more than you want to actually spend. This is just in my own experience. And you probably can get it cheaper if you ask somebody to create it from scratch, maybe. Somebody that's looking for that opportunity to become your manufacturer. But don't worry about that. That's not where you are right now. When you have hundreds and thousands of orders that you need to fulfill, that's when you should start looking at how you can lower your expenses. But right now, let's just start with the first few hundred. But definitely negotiate the price. Don't just ask them how much per unit. Ask them how much per unit per 100. So for example, if you ask them, can you create 100 units? How much is it per unit if I order 100 units? The price should be lower if it's 200 units or 500 units. So make sure they give you price points for every amount of volume. Now, in your question, you say, I don't anticipate developing or expanding the product line. Now, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be abrasive. But the truth is that that's not your call. It's the customer's call. The customer is going to tell you if the product line needs developing, if they're actually looking for something else. Trust me, I've been there. You might think you have the perfect product on your hands. But as it gets sold and gets into the hands of your consumers and they start using it, they're going to give you feedback and start telling you, no, actually what I really want is this. Or I would love a product that would help me with this. Or an attachment or something that will supplement the product. You may need to expand that product line. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use the manufacturer that's creating a similar product. You can, and they can help you out with that. But keep the future open. Don't close it off like that, because you may be leaving money on the table. You might be leaving value to be delivered on the table. So yes, go with a manufacturer that's already creating a similar product, but I would say your first step is to have a few prototypes in your hands, maybe about 20 or 30 units. Now, it's going to be quite expensive, more than you expect per unit for that small volume. But it's important because you want to get it into the hands of people that are going to be using your product. You say your product is to help travelers. Now, you mentioned in your email that you're a traveler yourself. You travel extensively. So you may know other travelers, entrepreneurs that travel a lot, public speakers. You can give this prototype to them as a gift in exchange for some feedback. It could be a survey or even just a 20-minute Skype call. Schedule it when you give it to them and make sure they commit to it. Ask them to use it in a few of their travels, not just one trip. So with these prototypes, you can get some really good feedback before you actually mass produce. And it doesn't have to be 20 or 30 units. It could be as low as 5 or 6. But the point here is that you need feedback so you can craft the best product before you start mass producing. Even at the scale of 500, 600 units, you're going to save a whole lot of money when you have a better product at that scale. Guys, I got more on today's answer to today's question, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, HostGator. Guys, if you're launching a new website or looking for a better website solution, you should check out HostGator. HostGator can help you out with creating your website, hosting your website, registering your domain name, marketing your website, even design services. Their customer service is rock solid. It's 24/7 live support via chat, phone, or email. So whenever, wherever you are, you can get in contact with somebody at HostGator to help you out. That's so important when it comes to your website, the bread and butter of your business. And best of all, they're giving an amazing discount to all the listeners to the $100 MBA show, 25% off. If you use coupon code OMARHOOKUP at HostGator.com, you can save 25% off web hosting. Again, that's HostGator.com. Use promo code OMARHOOKUP. To wrap up today's question from Peter, and to wrap up the answer to that question, is always think minimal viable when you're getting started. What's the minimal amount you can create in order to have an effective result? So yes, go with the manufacturer that's already creating this product. You've already identified them. It's super easy for you to just get started with them. Create some prototypes. A few could be fine, and get them in the hands of people that would be perfect for that product. Get them to get you feedback. And before you mass produce hundreds of those, you have great information to build upon your product. And of course, at the start, you can always pre-sell this product, or you could do a crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter. All right, Peter, I hope that helps. I hope that answers your question. I hope my answer helped out all the listeners listening. Guys, remember, if you have a question, make sure you ask it. We're here to help. Just email us at contact@100mba.net and we'll answer it. Tomorrow we have a question from Brian. We're going to be answering his question. He says, not sure if he should lower his MSRP. How do we find the right price? I'll be helping him out in tomorrow's episode, so I'll check you guys then. But before that, I want to leave you with this. When it comes to creating a physical product, whether it's clothing, electronics, or anything else, there are so many factors you have to consider. Not only just the actual product itself, the experience of them actually purchasing this product on your website, your service, the packaging of your product. Packaging is really the first impression they have when they actually get your product. How quickly do you deliver that product? And what are your return policies, if any? These are things you need to consider when you're dealing with physical products, because they add to the actual experience in the actual brand. So keep that in mind if you're selling any kind of physical product now or in the future. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode, another Q&A weekend episode. I'll see you then, guys. Take care.